Hello and welcome back to Fix My AG Doll. My name is Sarah and today I'm very excited to go on an adventure with y'all back to 1854 with Miss Kirsten Larson. Yes, today we are going and talking about all of the different outfits that I have from Miss Kirsten Larson's collection, as well as some of the books that I have. I'm very excited about it. This is a continuation of the Deep Dive series, which is a continuation of my Peek into the Collection series. So I'll link down in the description below the time that I first featured the pieces that I had from Kirsten's collection. I've collected quite a few more outfits, hence why now she has her standalone video. And throughout this video, I'll be talking about how much the things originally cost. I'll put up what that is adjusted for inflation these days up on the screen, and also, how these outfits tie into the stories when they do have tie-ins. I'll also be putting in at least one, maybe two historical references for some of the pieces that she has because they were copied from real objects that she has. So of course, we can't dive into this without saying hello to Miss Kirsten Larson herself. This is my Kirsten doll. She may look a little bit different to you than maybe your Kirsten doll or Kirsten dolls that you're used to seeing. And that's because my Kirsten doll is rewigged. So she has a very long and luscious wig. When I got her, she basically had like 5 hairs on her head. So there was nothing I could do to salvage her original wig, at least. Well, I didn't want to go into re-wefting her wig, so I decided to just get her a new one. There's nothing particularly special about this Kirsten. I believe she's probably somewhere from the mid-90s. She has these soft brown eyelashes still. She does have face paint on her face, and she is very, very chunky. She's one of my chunkiest dolls that I have. So yeah, and to start us off, she's wearing the first piece that I have collected since my last video, and that is her flannel underwear. Now, that may not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, like, okay, she has undergarments, like, who cares? For me, I don't know, it's just like a very satisfying thing to know that my doll has her period accurate underwear under her outfits. And for Minnesota in particular, this is flannel underwear, so I make sure that my Kirsten is nice and warm. So back in 1994, I'll be referencing a 1994 calendar, which, by the way, I did a flip through of that. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested as well. It says, when frosty winds blow across the prairie, snuggle Kirsten into her flannel underwear. The chemise comes down almost to her knees, and there's a deep quilted border on the petticoat for added warmth. To keep her toes toasty, there's a pair of black and white striped socks. So this was $14 back in the day. I don't have the socks on her. Somebody else is wearing them. So I apologize about that. But yeah, you can see there's the chemise and then the skirt. So I'm not going to go in order of the books because why not? I feel like that's always how we go in varieties of spice of life. So we're going to start off with probably the most iconic look from Kirsten's collection. Honestly, I feel like this is one of those instances where this look is more iconic than the meat dress. This is, of course, the St. Lucia gown. That's from Kirsten's Surprise, A Christmas Story. So Kirsten's Christmas Story is a very sweet one. I think it's one of maybe the lesser traumatic ones from Kirsten's books. It's not an actual like Christmas story because Christmas doesn't actually take place in the story, even though they still call it the Christmas story. St. Lucia Day takes place a little bit before Christmas. And so in the story, it kind of has themes of trying to keep old traditions alive while in a whole new country, and forming new traditions. And she also is really yearning for that kind of, you know, homely feeling. So St. Lucia, even though, just for context, this tradition actually didn't exist until a little bit later in Kirsten's life, but you know, we're just gonna roll with it anyways. She wants to like feel more at home because obviously America's a whole new place, and so she's kind of cooking up this plan to surprise her family with the St. Lucia Day. And her nightgown that she would wear, so this is, you know, supposed to be a nightgown, is in the trunk that her family still hadn't actually gotten back at that point in the story. And they eventually get it back, and she's able to put on this whole look, which is absolutely iconic. And it's a very, very sweet moment. So the gown, again, I'm looking at the 1994 catalog. So I'll put the prices up adjusted for inflation today. The nightgown itself was $18. The wreath itself was $14. So the nightgown also came with the stripes and the hair bows. So you'd have to get the wreath separately. That's something that is going to be a theme here. Pleasant Company really loved to milk money out of people, so every little thing was sold separately. Samantha is so graciously sporting Kirsten's look from Kirsten Saves the Day, which is the canonical summer story. This summer story is absolutely just a trip. It's so random. To make a long story short, Kirsten really wants to cook up some money. And so she finds a beehive she follows like some bees. She realizes that there's a beehive and honeycomb to go with that inside of a tree. She doesn't tell her dad, even though her brother, who's right, is like, you should tell dad so that he can actually take it out safely. And she's like, no, I think I got this. I'm like 10, but I think I got this, which is kind of like a theme throughout Kirsten's books. She ends up having to like save her brother from getting mauled by a bear. Yeah, that's the chaoticness of Kirsten's stories. So this look is from the cover of the book. You can see that, everything except the hat. You can see the whistle. You can see the dress. Very, very funny. She wears that, and the hat is honestly probably the most important part of the story. At the end, when her dad is able to sell the honey, yes, he eventually finds out that Kirsten was bad and almost got herself and her brother mauled by bears. He's like, oh yeah, I know how to harvest this honey. Let's harvest it. Wow, this is a lot of honey. And she kind of gets rewarded for almost murdering herself and her brother. Anyways, as a reward for that, her dad is like, you can have a new straw hat, because up to that point she had been wearing her bonnet, and Minnesota summers are really, really hot. And yeah, she's happy to not be sweating in her bonnet and have a beautiful straw hat with these berries on there. So I wear them on the front, even though they are supposed to be on the back. But I'm like, they're there. Like, I wanna marvel in their glory, please. Yeah, this story is very, very chaotic and feral, but like, so is Kirsten. So if you want a very Kirsten story, that one's a very, very Kirsten story. In the catalog, we have Kirsten's dress and straw hat. So those would come together for $22. She's also pictured with her red boots in this, and those were $8. And there were various accoutrements that are related to the story, like the fishing set and the 4th of July fun set. The fishing set was $22 and the 4th of July fun set was $18. The bird whistle actually came with the 4th of July fun set, so that one can be a little bit harder to find. And it does actually work. I'm not gonna do it right now because it's really loud, but you can actually blow into the whistle and it makes a real sound, as you know, as usual for Pleasant Company, all the details. So I have my Samantha modeling the whole look. She looks absolutely iconic. Let's give a round of applause to Miss Samantha. Thank you so much. Nanea looks absolutely adorable in Kirsten's birthday outfit, of course from the Happy Birthday Kirsten story. I specifically chose Nanea for this outfit because her hair looks very similar to what it does in the illustration on Kirsten's book. I always thought it was really funny that they made the outfit be pictured with her hair down when like Kirsten's hair is nearly impossible to put back up perfectly. So yeah, just an odd choice there. But yeah, this is her dress, as you might guess, that she wears at her birthday party. So it's pictured a couple of times in the story. First, when she's quilting her friendship quilt with her friends. So here you can see it without the pinafore, without the flowers, just the dress itself. And then you can also see it when she's dancing with her dad. They put up the frame for a barn and they have a party for that along with her birthday. And you can see she's wearing her red boots, her socks, her dress and pinafore, and the flowers there as well. It's a very sweet scene. One of the few sweet scenes between Kirsten and her father. Yeah, just a lot of dark stuff happens in her books. So Kirsten's outfit, let's take a look at the catalog. You could get her apron, her dress, and the daisy wreath for $22. I will say my wreath I got from the gray market, so this is not a Pleasant Company wreath, but it is, the actual dress itself is. Yeah, so she's pictured in the books with her red boots wearing it, which you would have to buy separately for like $8. But in the catalog, interestingly, she's pictured with her meat boots and her yellow socks. So you get a pair of black lace-up boots, an extra pair of her meat stockings, and then these beige stockings, and then the darker navy and gray stockings, and that would set you back $12. This isn't my favorite of Kirsten's looks, but Nanea definitely rocks it. I think it's a fun spring outfit. These aren't her shoes, these are Addie's shoes, but these are the socks. Honestly, I think that this is a really easy dress to modernize for like a cottagecore look, which I do appreciate. Let's take a look at the back. I really do love Nanea in this outfit. I think she looks really, really cute. You don't really see Nanea in this kind of pale pink and then in whites, and I think that she looks gorgeous. Josefina has been sitting in the back and is very eager to have her moment in the spotlight. She is wearing Kirsten's Learns a Lessons outfit, her school outfit. So in the plot of Kirsten Learns a Lesson, she is going to American school for the first time. She deals with a lot of anxiety as it pertains to her English language skills, and on top of that, her teacher ends up having to move in with her family. Talk about my worst nightmare. It does have a pretty happy ending. She ends up reciting a poem that she's been working towards, and so there's kind of these ideas about like persistence and hard work and all those kinds of things. But this outfit, she is pictured with the navy blue bows and her amber meat necklace and also her meat apron. And then presumably those are her meat shoes and socks, and of course her bloomers. She also is wearing it in kind of this close-up shot, but you can't really see it. In the illustrations that I have, the dress has the division symbol pattern. If you don't know, this is the second version of the pattern with flowers. I just prefer it because I think the division symbols are a little bit silly. Here's another plot within the book. So she makes a friend singing bird, and they're able to create a friendship together despite not speaking the same language. And they teach each other a few words here and there, but they really build their friendship using more like non-traditional means of like communication with one another, a lot of like gesturing, pointing, and making up words together. And so, yeah, I love that for them. So, what would this outfit cost you in 1994? Well, Kirsten's school story dress with shawl would have set you back $20, and of course that does include the hair ribbons. You could have also gotten her school bench, which was $38, her Pioneer school lunch, which was $18, and her slate bag and supplies, which were $18 as well. I'm really hoping to get the school lunch and bag and supplies this year, but they cost so much right now on the secondhand market. I'm like, I don't know. So this is probably the most recognizable outfit. So this is Kirsten's meet outfit. I did have this in the last video, but I have added a couple more components since then. So I do have her meat necklace here. I'll do a zoom in on that in just a second. And I also have her apron now. And I found some laces that I thought were pretty good replacements. So I had bought these meat shoes without any laces, and so I found some replacement laces at Joann's. So I got this kind of silky cord material, just burned the edges since they were kind of like frayed edges, and the color match is like nearly perfect. I know that this isn't the same material that they were originally sold in, but this was the best that I could get, so I'm very happy with that match. So yeah, if you're also in a similar boat, again, I found these at Joann's. And here is what her apron looks like. I remember when I first got into American Girl, I kind of thought that the apron and the bonnet were the same material. They're not. Just in case anyone also thought that, they have a different pattern and a different material. So here you can see them side by side, different colors too. And here is what the necklace looks like. I love that it's an amber necklace. If you don't know, amber is really, really important to Baltic nations, of which Sweden is, you know, one of them. My parents are both from Poland, and so I grew up with a lot of Polish jewelry, and my family in Poland would always send us stuff. I'm very happy that they added that detail in her collection, because yeah, the Baltics are very, very amber pilled, and I love amber. I think it's very beautiful. So the last outfit from the mainline series is from the Changes story. So Changes for Kirsten, a whole set. They never made these boots, which, like, why not? Oh my God, these boots are incredible. Hello, petition for American Girl to re-release this outfit with the boots and the scarf. Please and thank you. Let me know in the comments if you agree. So this is my mini-me. She's wearing the outfit. So the Changes for Kirsten story is very weird. It ends up with her and her brother sleeping in a dead man's house with his corpse in there. Very, very odd, but here's a fun little illustration that goes along with it. Yes, that man in the back is deceased. Very weird. They also steal all of his pellets. So anyways, they make enough money to buy a new house, or I should say to move into a new house, because Kirsten burned down their cabin that they were sitting in. Here's another illustration with the sweater. Yeah, this book is extremely chaotic. Like, I mean, for real. Like, what? At least the trunk survived, but this book is truly so weird. This is like Janet Shaw at her Janet Shawiest. Like, she loves a good fire. She loves a good fire disrupting the Changes story. If you don't know, she also wrote Kaya's book, which also has a huge fire in it. Here's another illustration. I think that they did a really good job with the bringing the, you know, illustrations to life. She wears this outfit pretty much the entire book, which is pretty epic because most of the other ones we can't say the same. This outfit is, I think, my favorite. Even though the St. Lucia gown is probably the most iconic, I think that this is her best outfit. I just think it's so well crafted. It's so beautiful. I'm really into it. So this was one of those outfits that when I found a great deal on, I was so excited because I think it's absolutely adorable. So this was a limited edition outfit. I don't have the catalog from when this was out, so I'll put on the screen, you know, the kind of typical information that I've been sharing with you. But yeah, I just want to emphasize how detailed and beautiful this piece is. I don't have the skates from this, unfortunately, but it is on my list. I really, really want to get the skates. I'm just gonna unbundle Mary Ellen here and show you the details that I love. So obviously the scarf itself, very warm knitted material. I love that you have these little horns for the closures. And they do have like a suede string, I guess you could call it, for the closure. And so it does obviously function, or maybe not obviously, because they don't always do that. And then on the back of the hood, look at this. Isn't that so cute? I'm just absolutely obsessed. And like from the back, I think this outfit looks absolutely adorable too. Love this outfit. Highly recommend trying to find a good deal on this. If you're watching this, you're like, yeah, obviously I want a good deal on this outfit. It's so cute. But I just can't emphasize enough how much I love it. So this is an outfit that I did not think I was gonna have for this video. When I started filming, I actually didn't have this outfit. I'm finishing filming this like a couple weeks later because I got sick and I'm still recovering from being sick. Anyways, I found a great deal on the trail dress. This outfit is so adorable. I am missing the shawl and the hair ribbons, but I'm willing to accept that. I found this for an absolutely great price, and so I just jumped on it. The embroidery on the apron is stunning, and that's really the reason why I wanted this all along. I love the colors. The dress is a flannel material. So let's take a look at the dress without the apron. Here's what it looks like. It's a very plain dress, but it's still very cute nonetheless. I honestly feel like this dress would be pretty easy to modernize, especially for like a cottagecore aesthetic, adding a more modern pair of boots or shoes, even like a white Converse style or Van style, and maybe adding like a jacket, a jean jacket on this, I think would totally modernize. Oh, I just can't emphasize how happy I am that I finally have this outfit. So Melody is wearing Kirsten's work dress, and the ribbons that tend to be pictured with these because they kind of match the collar here. And she's also wearing the work boots. This outfit is pictured several times throughout Kirsten's books. As you might imagine, she works quite a bit throughout the books, so she's pictured wearing her work dress quite a bit. In my handy dandy 1994 catalog, Kirsten's work dress back in the day would have set you back $18, and her two-tone boots were $8. The dress and the shoes together would have been $32 in 1994, so quite a bit of money. Emily is wearing Kirsten's dirndl outfit, or dirndl. I've seen it called both of those things. So this outfit comes with the skirt, the blouse, the vest that goes on top, and then the shawl or scarf that you see here. This would have cost you $22 back in 1994. Those are Caroline's shoes, so you can ignore those. She is pictured wearing this a couple of times, but it comes most to mind in the first book in Meet Kirsten. This is the outfit that she's pictured in, kind of coming off the boat and landing in America. That's exactly what it says in the catalog too. It says, "This is the outfit Kirsten wore on the long, hard boat ride from Sweden to America." I think that this outfit is very, very cute. It's one of my favorites that has not, my opinion has not changed since I filmed my last Kirsten collection video. I do think it's a beautiful piece. I love all the different components to it, and I really, really love the colors and the fact that we're bringing in some Swedish styles into her collection, which tends to be very American forward. Felicity is modeling Kirsten's promise dress. I still don't have the shawl because I'm not willing to pay like $100 for a piece of fabric, but one day I might happen upon it. I don't really have any updates about the outfit since I last filmed, but I do want to let Felicity shine because hello, she looks so gorgeous in purple. I don't know, I just feel like this dress was made for her. She looks so cute. I love it. It's also, this is one of those dresses where it's like so wild to see how much the dress cost originally versus how much it goes for right now. And I don't know, I feel like this is really one of those outfits where I don't think that the current price is justifiable. Because the reality is, like, they did sell thousands of these. They don't, like, just make 5. So there are many of them out there, and it irritates me that we have to pay an arm and a leg to obtain these things for the most part. Maybe it'll correct itself eventually. We'll see. But that's where we're at right now. So fingers crossed for me, fingers crossed for you, that we score good deals on this dress in particular and all of her other rare outfits. And last but not least, I have completed the pieces to this Midsommar outfit. So we have the basket, you see the hair piece as well. So the last time I filmed this video, I only had the dress. I paired this with Cecile's gold boots. I was running low on boots. I know Kirsten would not have been able to afford gold boots. Well, let's take a look at these pieces just a little bit more closely. We have the basket, we have the same print on each side, and the flowers with the ribbons. And then the ribbon that goes in the hair, like so. Very, very cute. And I've been putting them in sporadically throughout this video, but I just want to say how shook I was when I saw that this basket was a direct replica from a historical piece that I found that they put in the book. So yeah, I just love when they do the research like that, and yeah, super, super special. So I also want to share the kind of written materials that I have and that I'm referencing. So first, I have this hardcover book collection of Kirsten's. I actually scored this at 10 bucks at a garage sale. I got this, Addie's, and Molly's each for $10. This is Kirsten's theater kit. So it says, a play about Kirsten for you and your friends to perform. So they picked Meet Kirsten, and if you know anything about Meet Kirsten, sorry, I'm gonna spoil it, shouldn't be a surprise. Her friend Marta dies, and so somebody gets assigned the role of Marta, so someone gets got in here. So in the theater kit, you have 4 scripts. They're all identical, one for each character. Well, in the instructions it says that a couple of people have to play 2 characters. So there's only 4 scripts because there's never more than 4 characters in one show. And this is literally meant to be like an actual play that kids put on. So this is a poster where you can write in who is playing what, who's the director, where it is, everything. It's so cute. I'm literally so impressed by this. I was not a theater kid at all. I'm still not. But this is like the kind of thing that I love collecting. It's such a fun little piece of Pleasant Company history. When I went into this, I really thought that this was like going to be a play that isn't from the books, but it really is pretty much like word for word the meat book. So I thought that was interesting. And it really gives you like a kind of introduction to how to actually put on a play. So I think that, if you had a kid that was really interested in theater and putting on shows and whatnot, this is a great way to introduce them to what it's like to actually put on a show and what everyone's roles are, what's expected of each person, and kind of the nitty-gritty details of it. So it gives you like, what are stage directions? What are props? And what kind of props will you need for this? Absolutely iconic. I'm living for this. I really want to collect all of the theater kits for all of the different historical characters that they made them for. I don't even think they made them for Kit. Like, I think, did they even make them for Josefina? I'm not sure. I know I've seen like Samantha and Molly ones, and Addie. Maybe Felicity? I don't know. If you know, let me know down in the comments. Who was the last doll that they made this kind of theater kit for? Another thing that I've been collecting slowly but surely are all of the short story books. Kirsten has a few, but I only have one so far. I have the Kirsten on the Trail book. Here you can see what the book is about. So her friend, Singing Bird, that I mentioned in the Learns a Lesson story, makes a return. The short stories are very quick and easy reads, and honestly, half of this is the looking back section. And there's also always a little craft, or like I'd say like a craft activity in the back with a how-to. So here you can make a charm bag, and there's very detailed instructions for how to do that. The other type of book that I've been collecting is the Welcome to Blank's World. So this is Welcome to Kirsten's World, 1854. I love these books because I love learning about history. Historical fiction is my favorite fiction genre, but I read more nonfiction than fiction. So this is right up my alley, and this is also the exact type of thing that I would have been into as a kid. They didn't make this for all of the historicals. Kaya was the last one that they made this for. And I wish that they would go back and make it for other characters like Julie and Rebecca, because there's a lot to learn about what things were like. So yeah, just giving you a little preview as to what was in here. It really goes through all aspects of life. Play, war, food, death, birthdays, parties, historical events, and a lot of these pieces. So like if you notice this, for example, this is literally the thing that I showed earlier. This is the basket that Elizabeth was holding from Kirsten's Midsummer outfit. So in these books, you also see these references that they have for the actual pieces that the dolls have in their collection. So yeah, it's very, very special. I really love this aspect of collecting, highly recommend looking at the books a little bit more. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment down below, what are your favorite Kirsten outfits? What are your grails that you have left to collect from her? I obviously don't have a lot of her little accessories, and I definitely want those. I want the cats from her collection. I want her school story things, you know, like her school bag and lunch, and I mean, I want all the outfits, let's be real. So I still have a few more left there. Thank you so much again, and yeah, take care. I will see you in the next video.